What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Bricks and Toys. And in today's episode, I really do not know the direction of this video. Maybe we'll find our way somewhere along the way. I don't know how I want to go about this. And what am I kind of starting to go on about? I'm going on about the new Battle Pack. Now, in the past, I've been a lover as much as I've been a hater on battle packs. The last battle pack that we got, I did not like it. But this battle pack, I do like this one that I'm about to talk about today. But the Ahsoka 332nd and the 501st Troopers, I love those, and I bought lots of those when they were available. So of course, when the new battle pack was announced, it was a new clone battle pack that I just had to be a part of, and that's going to be the 327th Star Corps Clone Troopers Battle Pack. Now this is going to be set number 75431 with 258 pieces. This is a 7 and up set. The reason that I'm kind of acting a little strange about bringing in this set for its own review video is because this set is the worst value of all battle packs ever. I mean, that's kind of like the consensus here. Usually I don't really dive in strong and hardcore about the subject of like being overpriced, because it's kind of like, you bought it, you idiot, so shut up. But at the same time, we had some astronomically asininely priced Star Wars sets this August wave, like the Juggernaut at $160 and then this at $44.99 here in the US. So $45 for 258 pieces, and that is insanity. Put it in perspective, a Speed Champions has about 300 pieces at $27 or $28. I think it's $27. So we're paying almost $20 more in Star Wars tax. Now, I have always had a theory. Minifigures. Now, minifigures have different production. They have to be semi-assembled, legs onto the pelvis and arms onto the torso, and then the hands onto the arms that go onto the torso. So they kind of have to be pre-assembled. Thus, they're kind of an extra expense, and thus sometimes, most of the time, sets that are minifigure forward are going to be more expensive. Thus, the controversy of the Lego vending machine. Everybody said it was $60+ overpriced. But when you look up the cost of buying 12 minifigures outright, it's about $60. Okay, there's your price increase for your Lego vending machine. So, with this, how many minifigures do we get with this set? 4. Okay, and then we get 3 Super Battle Droids. Now, usually with these battle packs, we always get about 4 clone troopers and a few battle droids or whatever the hell. I do want to reference really quick, I got it down in the notes of my phone, just base pricing off just a couple sets off the top of my head. The 501st battle pack, which you can still buy, is about $20 and you get 119 pieces. If you double that, that's about 240 pieces at $40. Okay, I see you. But then again, if you do that, you are getting probably 8 minifigures. Okay, so maybe not the best guy math, right? How about our last one, the battle pack that I absolutely loathe? I did not like that one at all. That was the Clone Trooper Battle Pack. That one had 215 pieces at $30. So now we're getting closer to the money here, guys. So now we're at 258 and 45. So basically 35 more pieces-ish for an extra $15. Now you may be asking yourself, why is this all important? It's important because this is what I do. I pick up a camera, I talk about a Lego set, and then I make a recommendation. And lately, with Lego pricing and all of that, it's getting to the point of I am literally at the end of every video saying, use your better judgment, use your better judgment. And that's all I can really say. I used to be so enthused, so hyped, and so easy to say, buy it, it's awesome. But now I'm having a harder and harder time doing so. And it's because of sets like this. Now, is this genuinely a $45 value? A half of a hundo bill at 258 pieces. And that's what we got to figure out in today's video. Despite the price and despite how pissed people were about this set was still flying off the shelf, and my Lego store had a hard time keeping it stocked up. Every time I looked up, the whole new shelf was empty, and then people were swarming in and emptying it again. And then it got full, and then it got empty. I was very surprised. And the same thing was happening with the MTT and the Juggernaut, which are both kind of pushing it. The MTT is kind of worth it in my opinion. The Juggernaut, yeah, that's a juggernaut of its own kind, if you ask me. Let's go over this box and let's begin this review. So here we got the box. It's obviously got the long-term packaging, so nothing really special about this, where it's the 7 and older style, where it's got the diagonal cut with the greeble up there in the corner. This battle pack, I'm going to guess, is probably going to be around for the next couple of years, like the 501st and the Clone Trooper one that we still have. And of course, it being a battle pack, we have a battle as our artwork. We got the horrible super battle droids. I hate the look of these frickers. I don't like them. With horrible graphics of laser beams coming out of their little claw arms. I don't like these guys. But they are a part of this kit. They were a part of the other kit. They are a part of many Lego sets. It was very cringe-tastic when I restored the 2013 Republic gunship recently, and I actually had to go find one of those from 2013 because they're slightly different than the ones we have today. It was very cringe that I went and I took the effort to actually replace a Super Battle Droid. I don't like Battle Droid minifigures. I've tried to make army building, and I think that's where it becomes from, is because they're so hard to put on a base plate for army building. Let's get back on subject here. We then have our 327th Clone Troopers, which we have 4 of. Now these guys, they are featuring really interesting shoulder pads, which are like these plastic little pieces that slide under the head, or they're clipped in from under the head. So that's an interesting, production, standpoint on them. The troopers look like they have printing on the legs, the torsos. The arms look like they got a separate color. So that looks pretty good. Besides the troopers and the battle pack, we also have another spider droid in with this set. And then we have a clone walker of some sort. I don't know the technical name of it, and for sure you guys can drop a comment down below and say exactly what this dude's riding. But I'm going to call it a walker for the sake of the video. Now, I am looking at this battle. I am looking at these minifigures down here at the bottom on the front of this box, and I can kind of think maybe the intricacy of building the walker is part of the price, and then maybe the production of the extra component on these minifigures may be another contributing factor to the price. And I really hope that the Spider Droid, we get so many of these in different variations and so many different types of small Star Wars sets, has nothing to do with the price, because who gives a ish about a Spider Droid? We've gotten too many of them. I can look over here at my collection and it's like boom, 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 boom. Let's look at the side of the box. We got basically the Lego Star Wars logos. We have the Lego app information logo on the side of the box. We got the set name in different languages with the do not eat it. Now looking at this side of the box, we got our clone with our clone walker, and of course Lego Star Wars logos. Looking at the top of our box, we got our country of origin and a 1-to-1 of the 327th Clone Trooper. I really like the color of these guys. I like how the colors of the Clone Troopers change frequently, and Lego manufactures based accordingly, and that follows along with the Clone Wars, and this seeing all the different stripes and the colors throughout time being produced and added to a collection. This looks awesome. Purples, blues, oranges, yellows, so forth and so on. Looks really cool. And then on the bottom of the box, we have our barcode, Legal Eagles recycling information, and all of that stuff. And then getting to the back of the box, again, it's another scene of the battle, so we don't get no dimensions or anything, as this is a play set, and they really don't want to put that on there. This is just straight up a battle where it looks like some super battle droids are surrendering. Do battle droids surrender? Do you arrest a super battle droid? Just blow its head off. It's a droid. It's disposable. Okay? Anyway, children's play set. Kids can do whatever the heck they want, right? And we can see that we also have like maybe a stud shooter that is a little bit of a side build. Again, we've got stuff like this before. And, you know, again, the walker shooting something out of the stud and so forth and so on. So that's your introduction with the set. Why I bought it. I bought it because, for one, it's a battle pack. I love the minifigures. Two, I bought it because I really wanted to feel what it was going to feel like to buy this set at $45 and build it and see if I actually got a good experience for my money with this set and all of that good stuff. Now let's unbox this set and let's see what we have in terms of the 258 piece build for $45. So we're going to have 2 punch tabs, but we're really going to make use of one of those, just like that. And we're going to open up this bad boy, and we are pretty full. There is our pour straight out onto the table. We have 1 bag, 2 bag, and 3. So exactly what you would expect from a battle droid or battle pack type set. We do have a sticker sheet. We do have a couple of books. And it looks like one book builds the wrong side and the other book builds the right side of things. Okay. And then we do have a sticker sheet of some stickers. This looks like the stickers that would go onto the walker. So $45, 258 pieces, and now we have stickers. Kind of a step back there. So we kind of made some steps forward with maybe the walker's extravagant, maybe it's the shoulder pieces on the minifigures, but now we have stickers, so now that kind of deducts from that you guys get a look at these 5 stickers on this sheet. You know, if it focuses, I don't know if it's going to. Our first book is smaller than our second book. We're going to have a QR code at least with this, which is good if you plan on buying multiples of these. And going into the book, we just start by building our 3 super battle droids, and then we start building the actual set by the 6th page. Now going to the end of this book, we can see that we finish with 23 pages total, but our last is going to be step 16 on page 22 for our spider droid, and then we are going to be led into the good guys book, as I like to call it, because I know bad, good, and that's book number 2, and we're going to start by building 2 of our 327th troopers on page 3, and there's those shoulder pads right there. And then by page number 4, we are on our way to begin building the little walker within the set. And then here at the back of the book, we're at 109 building steps and 100 pages, little tiny pages that is, of building the walker itself. And then going all the way to the back of the book, we can see some promotionals of some of the sets that came out. There's the MTT right there. I like that one a lot. And then the Torrent, we'll be reviewing that one later in the month. And of course, we're just going to ignore the whole, Remix the Galaxy series. As, you know what, I don't think the sets from last year really made that much of a splash. We'll be avoiding them for this year. So guys, that does it for the unboxing and everything to do with this battle pack. Now comes the crunch time of building the set, seeing if it's any fun, if it's any one bit remotely interesting, and to see if it's really worth the engaging price of $45. Yikes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm really going to focus in and get that done. And for you guys, well, you guys are going to have the answer in the review and all of that right now. Okay, so here we are at the review portion of this video. And let's see what we have for our $44.99 price tag. And then we'll start taking this set apart and trying to figure out where the money is. I've thought about this very thorough during the building of this set. And I tell you what, stay tuned because, yeah, this is going to get nuts. So let's just begin this review by checking out these battle droids. Okay, checked out. I don't care. Get them out of here. Screw those guys. And then let's check out our 327th Star Corps Clone Troopers. I'm going to guess our first one here. Now, mind you, they all have the same face. I'm looking at the torsos. The torsos, they all look the same. Helmets look the same. Everything's pretty much same on all of these dudes. So I'm going to start off with this first one here. He's looking like he's pretty much the big cheese, as he has the big gun, and he also has the little antenna on his helmet. Now, there is that shoulder pad I keep talking about. Every one of these 4 actually has that pad. He has a really nice printed torso and front legs with those yellow arms. And then he does have back torso print. The helmet print looks phenomenal on this guy. I like the way he looks. And then let's go to our next guy, which is going to be the same as two of these. So we're just going to look at one of these two. Now looking at this guy, it's more of the same. He's not as big cheese as he has the smaller blaster. But we can see again, same shoulder pad, same yellow accented prints on the torso with the yellow arms. Not bad looking. And then lastly, here's our last one. He's small cheese because he has the scope in one hand and the smallest blaster in the other. And he's also got that shoulder pad as well as all the same prints. Removing small cheese's helmet, you guys can get a look at the head used on these clone troopers, and it's what we would come to expect. Now with our clone troopers reviewed and our super battle droids thrown out of the way, we have our next little build, which is this little stud shooter. Yeah, nothing too much to report there. And then we go into our spider droid, which is built pretty much exactly how we would expect. Start off with a 2x2 brick at the bottom, a bunch of clip plates of 1x1 and 1x2 type. And then we throw in some droid torsos for some accenting, and there we got the legs and how it stands up. And then we throw in some extra pieces for some greebling around the sides to make it look interesting. And then we put that half circle element as the top with an antenna. Bada bing, bada boom, spider droid, it's done. So that's that part. And then we go in and we take a look at our walker. Now there is a little bit more here. They actually tried to pack in some detail, but this looks like a blue pill accident stud shooter attachment type thing right there. Not the biggest fan of that cosmetically. We do have stickers all in the front of this thing. We have one on each side. We have two up here, one right there. For our stickers, coming over to the top here, we do have some antennas, it looks like. We do have a printed piece for the control panel and also a handlebar element to hold on. Two studs to hold the clone that's going to be driving this thing. We'll hold his butt down to it. We have some other small part usages to make some greebling, dish elements to make greebling, radiator grills, all of that. The legs are fully adjustable, but just on the caution side, it is really hard to get it to balance as it hangs forward farther from the legs. So as you're trying to get this thing to balance, this is kind of like the best that you can get. And you know what? It doesn't look too bad. You can also see that final sticker element right there. And then taking a look at the back of the legs, you can see clearly into the clip bricks that are used. And then looking at the bottom, we can see an idea of how it's built. Also coming back here to the back of this set, we can see two little clips. I'm going to guess that's to hold a blaster and maybe the binoculars that the one is holding. And taking a look down at its feet, you can see all the pieces used to make the feet. So now let's go over and let's talk money about this set, and I talk fast. So let's figuratively do this. Okay, you go book one, you got that dude. And then you got these three dudes. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you subtract two, you got this dude and this. In my opinion, you know what you got right there? You got a $5 poly bag. Then you take, let's say, this dude right here and say three of these troopers. So we'll take one of these medium guys out, throw in that. You know what you guys got right there? I'd say maybe, let's be generous, a $25 battle pack type set. And oh yeah, I forgot, throw in the two battle droids. $25. So then you take your $25, you take that, you got $30. We got one extra trooper left. Who knows what he's worth? He's not part of the equation. What I'm trying to get at here is by dividing the setup like how I just did it, we don't get past $30. So where is the extra $15 in this set? And that is simple, guys. Star Wars tax. Unfortunately, it's getting quite crazy, and we can see it here with this set. I don't think these 4 shoulder pads is necessarily worth $15 extra to buy a set. But do I think that this is a bad set? No, not really. And that's what we're going to talk about right now on the wrap-up segment, so let's go. Okay, so now let's bring this all to a head and to a close with our final segment of our video, and that's here at the wrap-up segment. I want to start this off with a compliment. I want to compliment the set and say I really do like the set. I like the color of the Clone Troopers of the 327 to add to my collection of 532s, 501s, not to mention the ones that roll with Mace Windu with the purple, or like the ones that we got with the big ass walker from a couple years ago that's of the orange variant. I think these are going to look really good in my collection. I also like the little miniature build of the walker. $10 worth of walker right there alone. That's why I kind of did the whole thing of maybe a $20 battle pack with, 2 battle droids, 3 clone troopers in it, $20, right? Or $25, being generous. But anyway, I do like that part of the build a lot. The spider droid and the super battle droids, they can all piss off. I don't care for them. I don't like them. I can see spider droid over there. I can see them hidden in here. There's too many of those, just like there's too many super battle droids. But like I said, I really do like this set. Now, what I don't like is the price of this set. And this is where the video is going to come at a conclusion of this is definitely a don't buy it if you don't like the price, and you can wait for it to maybe retire, go on sale, get a good deal, 2 times points day, whatever you got to do. Heck, go in with a baggy jacket to your local Walmart, slip one underneath, go out the front. No, I'm joking. Don't ever do that. I am very particular against that because I am a dad. I tell my kids don't ever do that stuff. But you guys are getting the point here. This set is ridiculously priced to where it makes you think of stupid things like that. Now that I have built the set, gone through it, dissected it, it is definitely one that is like, it's in the top 5 of sets that I have in my collection that I will always look at and go, I paid too much for that set. And I really do not want people to have that feeling when collecting Lego. Lego and Star Wars, sometimes they hit it, sometimes they miss it, and I really feel like with this August wave of Star Wars sets, they had a dartboard of asinine prices on the wall, and they were just throwing darts, and whatever stuck is whatever they priced the sets at. There's no logic to this at all. This, in the best case, $35 battle pack set. I mean, that would be pretty okay. But at $45, I just can't recommend this set. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not $45 good. And I hope I made that clear with all of my metaphors and stuff that I usually rant on about. With that, guys, I don't have much more to say about the set. It is what it is, and it's overpriced. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button to follow along with everything that we do here. As usual, share the video with a friend, hit the thumbs up, the like button if you enjoyed the video, and drop your comments down below. This is where I like to open up the floor, and let's get into a discussion of, do you think that I'm a little bit over the top about the price, or do you think I'm underselling how bad the price really is, or just what your thoughts about the price is in general, because that is the highlight, the glowing yellow highlight of this set. Up next on the channel, we will be going in and doing another Star Wars set, this time the UCS AT-ST Walker. So I'm super excited about that one. I hope you check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.